You did a lot of human-animal hybrid work.
Yeah, the kid could have come out any number of ways.
Yeah, could be just beast from the head up or beast from the head down.
Yeah, exactly.
Beast on the left side.
I know which one I'd choose.
Love it or leave it. And we're back. Please welcome to the stage, here to share his pearls of wisdom. I'm so sorry. The incredible Ron Perlman. Welcome back. Come this way. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. We're hugging. We're bringing it in. Come on.
Great to be back.
So nice. Now, did you attend the White Dudes for Harris Zoom?
No, I didn't. They didn't like my credentials.
Oh, that's a huge oversight.
They thought dude was going too far or something.
Yeah. You should have been a part of it.
I know.
You would have crushed.
But you know, I'm not much of a joiner.
You would have a lone wolf type.
They had it covered. There was a lot of white dudes.
They had a lot of white dudes. They raised $4 million.
You know, they had the dude.
They did have the dude.
The Big Lebowski dude.
You know, in a sense, though,
you knew that, right?
They did. In a sense, there's a way in which, and I don't know what I mean by this, so you can't be offended by it, is there's a way in
Let's see.
There's a way in which the dude, where the characters you play are like the moon, and there's like a kind of light and dark. There's like a light and dark. There's like the dude energy, and then there's the energy you bring, and there's a kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to anyone here? Didn't make sense to you though.
Not at all. Keep digging.
The last time you were on, we talked about Ron DeSantis. Could you have imagined a new and even more staggering freak would enter the villa in the form of JD Vance?
He's an amateur compared to DeSantis.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Well, we'll find out. The best part about watching JD Vance right now is you know, he's already made a cottage industry out of reinventing himself.
Yes.
And so even his own, like the dude who said, you're going to be my running mate, is, you know, going to be asking him, you need to reinvent yourself again, motherfucker. You know.
Right. He's going to have he has to do a whole other iteration.
It's so operatic watching all these guys just, I didn't know you had more than two faces.
Have you ever reinvented yourself?
Constantly, by popular demand mostly. Right, honey? My baby's out there.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, we are in a weird moment in history, both literally and with regards to Democrats' new battle cry, Republicans are fucking weird. However, as we've discussed numerous times in the Hallowed Halls of Crooked, it's important to distinguish between different varieties of weird. There's good weird, Austin before Elon Musk moved there. And there's bad weird, which is wanting the government to get involved in your fucking business and get in there, you know? I think that's bad weird. Which is why we have a segment we're calling Good Weird, Bad Weird.
Oh, wow. I've never looked lovelier.
In which we will set side by side the good weird in your storied career and the bad weird in our nightmare political factory. First up, good weird, you portrayed a furry in 2017's Michael Shannon holiday comedy Pottersville. Let's take a look.
What's going on?
I can explain this.
You can explain why you're dressed up like a rabbit and having sex with a squirrel?
I'm a wolf.
We don't have sex.
That's right.
Now, did you have to get in the suit, or did you get to go to a fucking studio and just have somebody else in the suit?
I don't know who was in that suit before me, but he's got some splaining to do. That thing, there was a lot of sweating, obviously, going on in there.
Do you see the gay furry hackers hacked a bunch of data from the Heritage Foundation? I couldn't figure out how much data. Who are behind Project 2025. Do you think it's good that furries are directing their attention now from sort of sexual Congress to technology?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
That was the right answer, right?
Yeah, no, 100%. Next up, bad weird. Republican vice presidential candidate JD Vance claimed that being childish makes people more sociopathic and the country less mentally stable.
There's just these basic cadences of life that I think are really powerful and really, really valuable when you have kids in your life. And the fact that so many people, especially in America's leadership class, just don't have that in their lives, you know, I worry that it makes people more sociopathic and ultimately our whole country a little bit less less mentally stable.
Did you find having children made you more mentally stable?
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, no, I like poverty. I thought it was bad outside my house and go have kids, man. But anyway, I digress. Who do you think does his eye makeup?
It is, well, you know what? I don't want to, he's clearly he wants to do gender affirming makeup, right? To accentuate his
I
masculinity.
mean, you talk about a furry. Like,
Listen.
You just switch those two segments there.
I think you're right. Next up, you played Hellboy. In Hellboy, here you are as Hellboy getting drunk with some kind of a lizard man.
You came along just like a song and brightened my day. Who'd have believed that you were part of a dream?
How do you not love? What was his
best.
name? Barry Manilow?
Barry Manilow. Is that Barry Manilow or Paul Anka? Manilow? It's Manilow. You knew.
How do you not love Barry?
Gotta love Barry Manilow. Guillermo del Toro. He seems weird in a good way.
Oh, he's the wonderfully weird.
What's he like?
He's delightful.
Really?
Yeah.
Because some of his stuff is freaky.
Yeah.
You know?
He's putting that on.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
He's something he has to get out though.
Guillermo, he'd have my vote.
Good weird. You became Vincent in the TV series Beauty and the Beast, which premiered in 1987. Here you are as the Beast, learning that a human woman just gave birth to your hybrid human-beast baby.
You make it sound so fucking wrong.
Here's a child. A child. He's beautiful.
Yeah, the kid could have come out any number of ways.
Yeah, could be just Beast from the head up or Beast from the head down.
Yeah, exactly.
Beast on the left side.
I know which one I'd choose.
This show was on when I first became conscious of television, but didn't understand when things would be on.
Me too.
I just want to do good weird. I've had enough of these Republicans. Your turn as the caveman Amukar in 1981's Quest for Fire.
Can't believe you mispronounced that.
I'm sorry, that's embarrassing. Here you are learning to make that titular fire.
Okay. I have something to say about that.
What do you got?
That was, you know how when you go to the Catskills, there's a Tumblr guy who does the jokes and introduces all the big acts and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and
I know about the Catskills.
Usually all of his punchlines are in Yiddish.
Yeah.
And yet still funny because his timing is so good. That's the Tumblr. That was me. Telling the first joke ever in the history of mankind. Did you get it?
Yeah, it's really good.
With the getting on an elephant and going run.
Now I get it.
Yeah. If you got to explain it, how good could it be?
Hey, two old Jews are sitting at a counter having soup, and one old Jew says to the other old Jew, "Hey Morty, you getting any on the side?" And Morty replies, "They moved it?" All right.
A couple of cannibals are eating a clown. One turns to the other and says, "Does he taste funny to you?"
This is the good stuff. You applaud that.
You guys,
Pearls before swine.
if you guys got someplace to go, we're going to be here a while doing this shit.
All right, here we have Jesse Waters sharing his thoughts on men voting for Kamala. This is some bad weird. What do you think about this?
What? To be a man and then vote for a woman just because she's a woman is either childish, that person has mommy issues, or they're just trying to be accepted by other women. And I heard the scientists say the other day that when a man votes for a woman, he actually transitions into a woman.
It's happening. Which is crazy, right?
As if we didn't know that.
Yeah, we already knew. That's part
We
of the
already
fun
knew
of it.
that.
Listen, you're a straight guy.
Well,
Do you feel your masculinity threatened to the degree that he feels his masculinity is threatened? Is it that hard out there to just be a straight guy?
man, I have been dancing my fucking ass off since Kamala came down the escalator.
Yeah.
The somersaults we just saw this white motherfucker do, that ain't nothing compared to what the next 93 days are going to look like, man.
Yeah.
She is going to have these guys. I mean, it's going to be something to behold.
Yeah, they're losing their minds. They're losing their minds over this. But they think there's something tough about being a man this way by saying like, oh, you know, only women would vote for a woman, basically. Like, I feel like the characters you play have a different version of toughness that doesn't require that kind of, I don't know, whining. That like toughness is something internal.
Well, if the script calls for it, you know,
you'll whine, and you'll whine like nobody's business.
I will get a whining coach. I'm very professional.
But you know what I mean? That there's a toughness that you play.
Give me your version of whining.
Well, but even that, you're tough.
That's too Jewish. Anyway.
Hey, turn the bagel down.
You see where I'm going?
Finally, we have your turn in 1996, The Island of Dr. Moreau, across from Val Kilmer as the sayer of the law.
Who has done this?
Evil is he who breaks the law.
Was Brando around?
How do you mean? I mean, he was
physically.
there. He was round.
Yeah. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, was he there?
I adored Mr. Brando, but he was going through something at the time that was truly heartbreaking. That was right after the gunshot that killed Dag Drolet, accidentally, and Christian was involved. And then that resulted in Marlon having a contract taken out on him in his island of Tararoa if he ever set foot back on it, because he defended his son against Dag Drolet, who was one of the princes of Tararoa. And because he took that position, they took the one place that he could go have peace away from him. He couldn't go back to Tararoa. And then his favorite child, Cheyenne, because of all of this story. This is supposed to be comedy, right? Yeah, I'm sorry, man, but she committed suicide. So that's when I met Marlon. And he was fighting these horrific demons. And yet he's Irish. And he has this kind of leprechaunish, kind of like, you know, you make him laugh, and you know, he just loves jokes. He loves lightness. He loves people who can, you know, fuck with him. And so the juxtaposition of seeing him this way, where he's just, you know, fighting for his life to maintain some sort of reason to like not completely fall apart, and then be this leprechaunish, impish figure.
In this strange movie with like human-animal hybrids.
Yeah.
You did a lot of human-animal hybrid work. What do you think that says about you?
It pays well. There's not a lot of people who are willing to do that kind of work.
But it must be done.
I'm on a short list.
And
I'm on a short leash.
And if somebody's got to do it, you're going to do it.
I'm going to do it. It pays well. I mentioned that, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You did. Ron Perlman, everybody.